Hello, my darling angels. Welcome to another video. If this is your first time here, my name is Jenna. I have an online crystal shop called Pretty Crystals where I sell crystals for healing, happiness, harmony, and home decor. I also have a course for you if you are someone who has been thinking of starting your own divine online crystal shop. It's called Pretty Successful Crystal Business. I will link everything you need to know below for you, and feel free to reach out to me if you do have any questions. So how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I do want to be completely honest and say that I have not been feeling great the past couple weeks, and without getting into all of the nitty-gritty and going on forever about it, because this is not what today's video is going to be about. Hold on one second. Jenny just sent me this picture. Can you see this guy just sitting in this crystal cave? And I'm like, there's no way that's real. But it says this crystal cave was only discovered 19 years ago just outside the town of Pulpy, Spain. It's a cavern that houses one of the largest geodes known to exist. The selenite crystals are believed to have started growing through a self-feeding mechanism of salt provided by dissolving calcium sulfate. That is wild. Doesn't look real. Haters will say it's Photoshop. So anyway, as I was saying, I briefly just wanted to touch on the fact that I just have not been feeling myself these last couple weeks. If you've been watching my videos, you know I was in Hawaii. I briefly talked about some of the triggers I was having there. I didn't go too in depth. I just touched on it, but it has been pretty difficult for me since then. I got back home about a week and a half ago already. I have been feeling exhausted, depressed, unmotivated, sleepy a lot of the days, and I've just been kind of allowing myself to have that time to rest, because it's not something I usually give myself or allow myself to do without feeling guilty about it. I don't really know where I'm going with this. I just wanted to be honest because I have not been feeling great this last week and a half, and I also remind myself that it is normal. We are human and we are all going through our own shit. And also something I've been thinking about a lot lately is just kind of like reassessing my relationship with social media, because as much as social media has given me and has been such a blessing and helped me meet so many people. I mean, my best friends in my life came from social media. Tegan and Jenny I would not have in my life without it. And all of you, of course, that support me here and that I've built relationships with through Pretty Crystals, or even if you've been with me before, Pretty Crystals. All that being said, I find that social media can be a very toxic thing if we are not conscious of certain things we're feeding into and certain behaviors. I don't know, does that make sense? Again, I didn't want this video to be all about the dangers of social media and how it's been affecting me lately, but long story short, I've just been realizing how much pressure I've put on myself because of social media, and how I really am, maybe since I've been working on social media, been trying to reach these kind of unrealistic expectations, and that's kind of where I'm at right now. And it's been weighing on me, and it's just been a lot mentally these last couple weeks. Again, more going on than that, but I just wanted to be honest and say hey, I have been not feeling great. I've taken a step back from Instagram just for now, just for a little while, to reset my mind and again reevaluate my relationship with social media, if that makes sense. So I say all of that because I do want to say, if you have not been feeling great, not feeling yourself, even I feel like I'm going through a mild identity crisis. If you are struggling to find yourself, anything, if you are going through anything mental health related and feeling alone or crappy, or there's no end in sight, I didn't want to get emotional. I look a lot better than I feel right now, honestly. I just want to let you know that you're not alone and that things will get better, I promise you. And also, if you feel like social media is a negative space for you, or you're starting to beat yourself up and you just kind of start to notice maybe some toxic patterns, it is always a really great thing to step away from it. Put yourself first, and that is kind of what I've been doing this week and a half. It hasn't been easy because I'm kind of like sitting with my shadows a bit, but that's so important. And I've learned in my life that some of the lightest, brightest people hold some of the darkest, you know, things in their life, and you know, you can't have the light without the dark. So I'm kind of like going through those motions right now. Got a lot of other stuff going on in my life, big changes coming up soon, and it's just a lot. So that's all. Hopefully this wasn't too much of a rant. I just wanted to say, like, you're not alone. Like, please put yourself first. I have to remind myself that every day. Like, Jenna, like, your mental state, your happiness, your health, like, comes before everything, because it just does. It just does. So put yourself first. Please be taking good care of yourself, and know that you are not alone if you are struggling with anything at all. Okay, so that's that. Today's video, let's get right into that. Actually, before we get into today's video, let's get into our 17-second method. If you're with me every week, you know we do the 17-second manifestation method together to manifest our dreams. Just sit with the feeling of everything that we want coming into our reality for simply 17 seconds. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I always have a couple of videos linked below if you are someone who doesn't know about the 17-second method and you want to check those out. If you don't want to do this, go ahead and skip right over here to get right into the video. And if you do this with me and you're ready, get comfortable, get into receiving mode, get your crystal. I have this big, beautiful rose quartz sphere. This is one of the pieces that's available on my Instagram. I have 2 highlights on there, new and available. You can shop all of the pretty pieces, and this beauty is available. I just love her. So giving myself some good self-love today, because Lord knows I kind of need that right now. So as always, let's start with 3 deep intentional breaths. In through the nose, out through the nose, just getting in that divine receiving mode. Let's go. Okay, now I'm going to set the timer. Let's go. And that's it. Thank you so much, as always, for doing that with me. And let's just get into today's video. So today's video, I just want to walk you through the easiest crystal cleansing method that I know of, and that is just a simple water cleanse. I got inspired for this video from one of my recent videos. So when I got back from my vacation recently, I wanted to cleanse all of my little crystals. I got back from Hawaii, and then I had one day to be at home, reorganize everything, and then go to San Diego. So in that time frame, I wanted to cleanse my little crystals. I actually filmed this for my like reset habits video, and I ended up deleting the footage when I was in San Diego. I also deleted all the footage of like my healthy food that I had made and the meal prep, and I forgot to bring the meal prep that I made to San Diego. So it was just like a whole disaster, and I was like, okay, I guess this was not like meant to be filmed, and I wasn't supposed to have my healthy meal prep in San Diego. It's just been like chaotic, you know. It's just one of those months. So I figured today I would refilm how I cleanse my little baby crystals. It's so easy, it's so quick. Not only is it good to cleanse your crystals in general, I'm sure a lot of you already know this, just to kind of like reset the energy, because they can pick up on certain energies, certain frequencies that may not be yours, may not be the right match for you and your space, if you will. So it's good to have like a good like cleansing routine. And then also I just feel emotionally better when I do it. I also think that our crystals, like when we have them for a long time, they just really do become extensions of us. So when we take really good care of our crystal babies, it just like, I don't know, it's some sort of thing where it just like makes me feel a lot better. Kind of like making your bed in the morning. Like nothing tragic is gonna happen if you don't make your bed, but when you make your bed, like you have a better day, you feel better, you feel more accomplished, all the things. You know what I mean? So yeah, this is just a very, very simple method that you can do at home so easily and make sure all of your little baby crystals are nice and cleansed for you. So without further ado, sit back, get your tea, get your coffee. If you're drinking coffee, I'm so jealous. Get relaxed, get comfortable, and enjoy the rest of the video.
All right, let's get started. I always like to light a candle when I do something like this, kind of set the tone. I laid out all of my little baby crystals. These are all of the pieces that I was traveling with, and just a little note here, make sure the crystals you are putting in water, if you don't already know this, are safe for water. There are certain crystals that aren't. A good rule of thumb is the crystals that end in ITE typically aren't the best for water, especially like leaving it in there to soak. So just make sure you're checking that out. So I took some beautiful, delicious smelling white sage, and I used this at first to kind of like wash over my crystals, kind of set my intention. Your intention is obviously yours. It is up to you. What do you want to set? For me, sometimes it's something specific, and sometimes it's just kind of like, I would like to cleanse these crystals of any energy that does not serve me, my highest purpose, my highest timeline. Just please rid these crystals of anything that doesn't serve me. And then this is a little extra step, but you know how I love selenite so much. This is my new beautiful piece that I bought in Hawaii, and I just kind of like wave it over the crystals as an extra little added bonus. If you don't already know, selenite is a crystal that is known to cleanse other crystals and is self-cleansing as well. So love that piece. So all you're going to need is a bowl. I like glass bowls the best. It said that you shouldn't really use a metal bowl, so I usually do a glass bowl, and then I begin to stack my crystals in there very, very carefully. Ideally, this would be like a bigger bowl situation, but this is all I had to work with right now, which is totally okay. I just put them in there very, very carefully. You might not want to do this with crystals that like you wouldn't want to chip the top or anything like that. So yeah, just a little side note, obviously be super gentle with them and use your discretion. So yeah, I just pile them all in there and get them ready for their nice, cleansing, beautiful bath. All right, now it's time to put them in the sink. Ideally, I would be using my alkaline water for this because I just think it's like, or not even alkaline, even purified water, because I think it's the most pure as opposed to the tap. But again, this is what I had to work with today. So I just ran some cool water over the crystals. Again, kind of just feeling in that divine intuitive mode and visualizing them being cleansed. These were the 3 crystals of mine that are not necessarily good to soak in water, so I just gave them a quick rinse. That labradorite is one of my faves. She's so beautiful, and she was flashing that purple color. Be aware that too much water on pieces like this can fade their color, but I just, again, did a quick rinse and did my visualization and set my intention. So now all of my crystal babies are in the water. The intention has been set. They are ready to cleanse. And that is really it. It's the easiest crystal cleansing method that I know of. I leave them overnight usually. You can even do like 12 hours. You can put them out in the moonlight and you are good to go.
All right, loves, that does it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I know it was short and sweet, but I hope it brought you some good energy, good vibes. I hope my rant in the beginning made sense, and hopefully it landed for some of you. Thank you for listening to that, and thank you as always for supporting me, being there for me, watching my videos, being my friends here on Instagram. You really are appreciated, and yeah. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, I post on Saturdays and Sundays at 9 a.m. PST. Leave me a comment, let me know your thoughts, let me know how you're doing, what you're manifesting. If you have any crystal cleansing tips of your own, would love to hear from you. And I think that is really it. So I'll go get some water so I can cheers you. I've been drinking so much water lately. Cheers to you wherever you are on this life journey. We're in it together. I love you, and I'll see you in my next video tomorrow. Bye.